Have you printed your MakerChip for this year? I certainly have, and I would not have success with my MakerChip without the guidance of the architect of the MakerChip, K2 Kevin. So in this video, K2 Kevin does some step-by-step processes to help you optimize your MakerChip creation. So feel free to watch the video, rewind, pause, follow all the instructions. There will be links below for all of the instructions on how to make your own MakerChip and MakerChip resources, and enjoy K2 Kevin's mastery from a Polymaker MakerChip session.
So you landed on the MakerChip page and you see there's a couple download projects. We're just going to start doing a basic MakerChip. So we're going to select this main template here. Make sure it says download 3MF. You can change that here. A lot of people download the STL. That's not going to do you any good. You want to say download 3MF, downloads it, and then let's open it up. And what's going to happen, it'll open right up in Bambu Studio for you. And you'll see that we have a bunch of options and sample designs. Right here, they're ready to print. So we can slice it and just take a look and kind of pick what design we're going to start off with. Now, this is like MakerChip 101. You don't have to use these templates. You can look how they're assembled. You can, redesign, use different elements of these templates, or design from scratch. But this at least gives you kind of a heads up on what, different designs I give you, and you can just use them. Throw your logo and a QR code on this, and you're done. Or pull off certain elements, even mix and match elements. It doesn't matter. Most of these are just changes by the border. You notice like the decoration is different. Some of them are a little more advanced than others, but basically they're all the same. So from this point, we go back to the Prepare tab, and I'm just going to add another build plate. There are ways of, picking and getting rid of the ones you don't want or whatever, but this will make it easy for you. So let's just say we're going to pick this first one. I'm going to put it on a separate build plate. Then I'm going to select, holding the Shift key, I'm going to select every other one, and I don't want them. So I'll hit Delete, remove that plate, and now we're down to one. We can slice it, and that's the one basic design I'm going to work with. Okay. So now that we know the kind of the design, we got to put our logo. We have to put a QR code on it. So that's where I have a folder. So if you have a logo already generated, that's great, and you can save it as an STL or an SVG file. I will show you here. This is just a folder that I stored a bunch of the parts of a MakerChip. So there's a couple different parts, and you can see these are all the STLs that you'll find right here. If I wanted to break this up and actually save these parts, if we select on the object or select on this model here and go to Object View, we can see that we have the slots, the main chip. So if I move the slots out of here, oh, that's a slotted chip. Here's the gear. Okay. So this one, because it's 3-color actually, because the center is a different color than the outside edge. But you'll see we have the decoration, we have the main chip. This is just a center circle to make that chip a different color. But I separated it all into parts, and we can actually just click and you can export. You can export any of these parts. So if I click here, let me go back to here and just move a part out of the way. If we click on it, we can export as one STL, and we can export all of these parts out of here. And that way we have them in a folder here. Hey, Shandong, Star Rose 3. I'm actually recording right now. I'm going to try to get a recording out of this, like for a little help video. So here in my folder, I can see all the parts that I would have exported. There's the inside circle. Then I have my logo right here. And you can see we have a logo here, and that's already converted to an STL. This is really a basic video, so if you don't already have your logo converted, there's a lot of ways you can do that. And then here's the QR code that I generated. These are all done in the links in the description of the actual MakerChip here. You can notice here we have all the instructions here written out. There's also the logo. Here's a QR code generator. You know, these are all in the detailed instructions under the main post for your MakerChip. So we have all these parts here. Really, for what we're doing, since we're just using a template, the only thing we need to really do is bring in our logo. Okay. And we can start just with the logo. You'll notice that it's already reversed. If your logo, let me just do this so you can see how your logo might import. Your logo might import face up like this, but we want to print it face down on this side of the chip underneath. So the flat side face down. So we reverse the logo. You can use this tool here to lay on face, and it'll flip it over. Then what we do, we always make sure the chip is centered. So I right-clicked and I hit center chip. So that's centered. Now we take the logo and I'll center that. And if I look at it, I can see the spacing is not great. So at this point, you see here's their logo here in the object view. At this point, we're going to move it. And I like using the move tool rather than using your mouse, because sometimes when you select an object, it'll select the wrong object. So if we do that, I basically have it centered and I slice it. We can look and I can see that it's overlapping here. You can also see that it looks like it's stitched. And that's because this object is still separate. So the logo is not a part of the assembly or not a part of the chip yet, but it still will slice, give you these errors. But I can see right here, the edge is going over. So do I want to scale it, or do I want to try to fit the corners into the grooves? And I think for now, if we're able to see it, it's not the easiest to see. This janky looking screen right now is like Z fighting. Everything's fighting for the same layer. But what I'm going to try to do is just rotate it. Yeah, I can't really see those edges or where the edges are. So let me rotate it and just take a look. Yeah, that's kind of where I thought it was. We're close. Bring this down a touch and it might fit in there. Let's try that again. I think that was a touch. I mean, that's pretty good. You could also scale it. So if we wanted to scale it, now's the time to do any kind of scaling here. You see this thickness, the Z height? We want to make sure we keep that the same. So when I grab to scale something, you'll watch that that changes. So we want to go ahead and uncheck uniform scale and now change this back to 0.8. That gives us the thickness so we get good color and without a lot of bleeding and so forth. So that's actually pretty good. The next step would be combining your logo to the chip. So over here, you select your logo, we select the gear, which is the main chip, and we merge them together. And here, I'm going to show you something, just so we can see. I know a lot of people end up seeing it look like this. So now I sliced it and the logo is gone. And if you noticed, I moved my logo up the list. We actually want it below all these other objects. Otherwise, these other objects will print in front of it or basically hide your logo altogether. So now that that's done and I moved it, now we can see in the slice, there's my logo. And on the back side, it's blank. And the back side is where we're going to put our QR code. So if I go back to prepare, we get over to our folder here, and I'm back in my folder view. Here's the QR code I want to pull in. I could also pull in another part of my logo. There's the moon. That would probably be a good idea to show you how to move around objects. So here's the moon part of my logo. I will change the color to, let's do this kind of brighter. To change color, I just highlighted the object here, and then I typed the number of the color. You can also drop down and pick the number. You click on the color. So from here, now I'm looking at my logo. I rotate it so I can see it as best I can. I know this moon basically goes right about here, except you remember I scaled. So now we're going to have to scale this thing. And again, we're going to change this back to 0.8. And let's move it again. Oh, you see when I said you click on the wrong thing? I just did. Let me center this. And then select the moon. I'm just going by where I think the moon would go. It looks like I need to bring it up a little. So this is, I'm just completely manually moving this around to get it to fit. I mean, that's pretty good, at least for this demo. You can really nail it and scale this up and so forth. You'll notice it's overlapping the K2 part of this logo, but it's not merged yet. That's why it looks like it's in stitches. So we go back to the prepare and we're gonna merge the moon. And you'll see the moon's gonna print in front of my logo. And that's again because of this order, the ordering of your objects. So let's put the moon behind the logo, which is on top of it. And there it goes. So at this point, that is really just good enough, right? For now. And now we're going to bring in the QR code to put it on the back side. And I will show you a trick in dealing with that. So let's go over to the QR code. I'm just going to drag it, drop it into the slicer. Now we have a QR code. We know let's see, it's grayed out, so we know that the MakerChip is centered. So we're going to go ahead and center our logo. But we want it on the back. Right here, it's going to be on the front. So the best thing to do, select your chip, and we're going to flip it over. So I hit lay on face and I click it. If I slice, now we're going to see the logo on the top. And then on the back, we now see the stitched QR code. Again, it's stitched because it's not merged. The object is not merged in. So now we can go ahead, you select the assembly, select the QR code, we merge it, slice it. I do see some overlap here. Maybe I'd rotate it to fit these corners inside those grooves a little better. Probably should do that. Oh, I think it's doing the whole chip. A little better. We could also shrink it and do what have you. But and then I would recommend flipping this back over because we want, your logo to be the flat, face down, very clean print. QR code, people look at that once to scan and that's about it. You really want your logo to pop and look real nice. So face down is the way to go. And if we slice it, you have face down print with your logo inside. And then you also have your QR code on the back. And that is basically MakerChip 101.